Hey everybody, it's Miss A and I'm here with our STEM Fair video. I want to make sure everyone has all the information that they need. So we worked on research this week. We worked on it today. And this is the standard. What we are supposed to learn. It says we're raising questions about the natural world. We're going to use appropriate reference materials and support understanding to obtain information. So our learning target for today is we will use research to help us gain background knowledge. In order to create an investigation, in order to create a hypothesis, we have to have some background as to what we're doing. So some useful vocabulary. We have log, written documentation of scientific process as it relates to STEM project. And we have research, which is what the notes should be on. So learning target in the notes, gathering data, information, and facts for the advancement of knowledge, and obviously investigate. Why do we do research? Before we actually begin, we must do some research to help build our background. That's underlined because that is part of what you needed to write. To help make informed decisions, also needed to be written. Later, to work through scientific process. All right. And so we talked about what are some topics that, areas of ideas that we can research to connect to our topics. So this was the information that we came up with today during our lesson, Topics for Research. This is Team Awesome class. It said music, some of the things for the music group. We said they could do music genre as they affect their mood, music genre for tempo, studies related to music and emotions, music and distractions, and research music in babies in the womb. And we found another thing about music and related to stress. And then for the apps STEM project, we could do app functions, app size, types of devices, more addictive apps, and student cellular usage, and addictiveness of cell phones. So those are things. Research notes should be done in a T chart, which I will show you in a moment when I put up my notes. Here's some example of some notes that could be taken for the day's lesson. And this was given to everyone and should be glued into your notebook behind today's class notes. So that is what we had for the PowerPoint. Okay, so I wanted to go over what should be in the notebook for research. Obviously today's date, research, here's our class notes. We have our learning target. We will discuss research as it helps us gain more information. And then we had to take notes. Research is, it helps us to gain information to make informed decisions. Some of the things that we talked about in class is research can come from different sources. It can be books, websites, articles. The thing about websites, which is typically what most kids use, we cannot use .com, no, .com. We are looking for websites, let me right here, looking for .edu, which stands for education, .gov, which stands for government, or .org, which stands for nonprofit. These are the ones we're using. We also talked about Wikipedia is a no-no, and it is a .org, but Wikipedia can be manipulated by people, and it takes time for their volunteers to clear out the information that is put in there. So for example, I could go to a page that says Miss Angelo is the best person ever, and I could put it on there, and it might take a day or two before they verify the fact and then pull it off. So we do not use Wikipedia. The students, we did look through we looked for some websites. We went to a Google search and we looked for some websites, and each group was given a website for the Google search. For the music, there was a website that we found which talked about music related to stress, and it had articles in there. And the students I typed it out and actually gave it to them, related to stress. And it also had music as related to, I don't know if it said anxiety, but there were two things in there that they could reference. And for the apps, we found a website that talked about addictiveness of applications. of application. So both of the different types of projects were given a website to review. And then we also did a T-chart. We did a T-chart in our STEM notebook. And this would also have the date, where we would put our notes, and you would write your notes that you would get, and this is the source in which you obtained the information, and they are required to have at least a half a page of notes. And then the last thing that we did was the kids had to do a class note reflection, so what we learned in class today. Class note reflection. Which is a paragraph about some of the things that you learned today, and then the STEM research. And your STEM research reflection, S-E-A-R-C-H, research reflection, needs to restate your topic, state your research topic. So there's different things that we could research, your research topic, and state what you learned. All right, thanks for watching, everybody.